morning, everyone. I wanted to get a video out to you as soon as I possibly could to thank you all for your prayers and your concern. On Monday afternoon, on my community tab on my front page of my YouTube channel, I asked if people could pray for a miracle. And I wanted to share with you a little bit more. I don't like when people worry about us, but my very first reaction was to ask people to pray, because I believe that when people pray, miracles can happen. Yesterday afternoon, we received a phone call. That phone call virtually will change our life. But let me share with you one thing. I want to share with you that everyone in our family is healthy and happy, including my hubby and I. The prayer request has nothing to do with the health of us. I would love to share with you everything. I am an open book. But sadly, there are people that look at my channel and they will look in and they will say that I'm trying to garnish sympathy, or that I'm trying to make people feel bad for me. And that is not my goal at all. I simply just wanted prayer. I got a snarky comment that somebody said, I'm asking people for prayer but not telling them what to pray about. God answers unspoken prayer requests. The Lord knows what our concerns are. And when more than one person are gathered together, it's like prayers are vapors into heaven. I was asking for a miracle, and I still am. So let me share with you a little bit more. Have you ever been blindsided by something? Have you ever had something in your life happen and you had no warning? You weren't expected it to happen at all. Well, that's what happened to us Monday afternoon. Thankfully, we're out of debt. And so that is something that we are extremely thankful for. Let's just say I'm really disgusted with corporate America. I'm really disgusted about the big business of America. The small homeowner, the small businessman, they really want to just cut them out of the picture. I could go on and on and on, and that has something to do with the phone call that we received. But in 14 days, our life is really going to change. And it makes me so incredibly thankful for YouTube. But I'm telling you, things can change in a moment. Chickens are too loud. I can't even make a video. So I'm gonna have to move somewhere else. I apologize for that. And while the nature of the video is serious, you see a smile on my face. Well, that's because I believe in looking on the positive side of life, no matter what it is. That is my personality, and you know what? It doesn't change no matter what happens in my life. So let me go ahead and share with you two things that I'm just really struck with, and I cannot believe how things transpired. I do believe that when bad things or bad news comes, I do believe that can be turned into good. I do believe that God can turn curses into blessings. And I believe no matter this is a little setback for my husband and I, but I do really believe in the long term, I think it's going to be a blessing in some way and somehow. I've always looked at my glass half full, not half empty. We had to continue that way no matter what happens in our life. We can't give up. And let me share something with you. About 2 weeks ago, I had a heart-to-heart where I was talking about doors closing. And you know what? That had absolutely nothing to do with what happened to us yesterday. Absolutely nothing to do with that. But you know, it's almost like the words were prophetic. I was talking about another situation in our life, and I was talking about another thing that I feel like the door is closing. And I just can't believe it. I really cannot believe it, because it's exactly what happened. Yesterday we got a phone call and the door is closing. And in 14 days the door will be closed. That is a matter of fact. So that means in our life we have to go with plan B. And it has something to do with not having all of your eggs in one basket. But I have a video coming out Wednesday evening. That video has absolutely nothing to do with this either. Lately, I've been having my videos out anywhere between 4 to 7 days ahead of time. But that video, at the end of it, is so prophetic in my life right now that I know that I realized that God knew what was going to happen. And somehow my spirit knew it. At the very end of Wednesday's video, which you're going to see coming up tomorrow, I say, don't give up. Your miracle could be right around the bend. Those words, I feel, are very prophetic because they are affecting us today. So the prayer request is nothing to do with anything of our health. It's more of a materialistic prayer request. I'll say that. It's more of a materialistic one. But it's one that can make a huge difference in our life, and it's one that will change us. And it will be plan B for a little while. But I wanted you to know that don't worry. I didn't want to stress anyone or to worry anyone. But I do want those who believe in prayer to pray that God will bring something upon our home that will be very suitable and fitting for both of us. And that will be a blessing in disguise. Thank you guys, everyone, for your prayers. I promised myself that I would not get emotional in this video. I am one that cries very easily. And when I asked for prayer requests on my community tab, I thought maybe 30 or 40 people would see it. I never dreamed the hundreds of people that actually saw that post. As you know, I am one that has full of faith and very strong faith. And the first thing I could think of was to ask people for prayer. Just my nature is to always ask for prayer first. That God would use this to create a blessing in our life and in many other people's lives. Once again, I do believe that YouTube was brought into my life for a reason, and I'm so utterly very thankful for it. I want you to know that the words that I say, I really take it to heart. And Wednesday's video is something that to me was a burden at the time. And now I look upon it and think, it's nothing at all, really. It's nothing at all compared to what happens. You just never know what tomorrow will bring. And I always said that. You never know what tomorrow will bring, but you know who holds tomorrow. In life, there is ups and downs. In life, there are struggles. The struggles are real, but you know what? We hold our head up. We keep our faith. And we keep hoping for that miracle. And so, in a day and age like this, there are many changes that are happening in our world. I don't usually go into detail upon it because it is something that this platform does not acknowledge. But I want you to know, things are changing. Just because they change to us doesn't mean they change for everyone. But everybody can pretty much admit that things are different than what they used to be. Our change has to do with corporate America, and our change has to do with being a small business owner. And our change will be a permanent change. But what we do with that, I don't know yet what will happen. When it's all said and done, I will share with you it all. Until now, just know that I am so thankful for your prayers, and that I do believe we are living in a different age and time period. I do believe that things are different and they're not going to go back. I am a traditionalist. I am conservative. And I am someone who thinks about the future. But I don't fret about the future. I don't worry about the future. I don't become depressed about the future. I just know that when things change, we have to learn to adapt with it and figure out what we're going to do. I wish I could change the world, but I can't. But I know who can, and we hold on to knowing that through all things, we know who holds the future. Take care, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed Wednesday's video, because it is a little bit of a heart-to-heart, and this one turned into a little bit of a heart-to-heart. But I don't care if I have a heart-to-heart in the middle of the week, because all of you who have been very concerned for me needed to know that we're okay. We're fine. We're okay. And that it's going to be another life lesson that I'll probably share with all of you on YouTube land, because this is real life. We are not on a stage. This is real life. And real life has some very unexpected moments in it. But my husband and I thank you dearly. And you know what? In the long scheme of things, it really isn't going to matter, because we're going to keep on pressing on like every one of you are doing. So my friends, until I see you again, have a great day, and just know that I love you sincerely with all my heart.